Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today we're doing another Blue Mondays video and I was really kind of not sure what to do or what to use. So I pulled out my Hey Reindeer palette from Odin's Eye. This was their Christmas launch last year, I believe. It's got like really one blue matte, a blue gray matte, a blue green matte, and then some shimmers. The shimmer on the very bottom or top left is obviously like a brown, but when I swatch it, there seems to be a fair amount of blue reflect. So I was thinking I could use that and the light blue matte and see where we go. I don't know. I just thought something, I don't know, a little different. Keep it interesting, maybe. I just did my nails this morning because it was freezing too cold in here to do anything else. So I did a light blue with some little penguin water decals. And that is kind of what my inspiration was, like that kind of light blue shimmery thing. So yeah, I am just going to tuck right in, I think. Okay. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I tell you what brushes I'm using and you know what eyeshadow, like what I'm using, but if you have something similar or something that works for you, you don't need what I'm using unless it's like specific and I'm like, you definitely need this, which I've only said a couple of times. Anyway, I'm using the new Shodo 04 from Refer. This is the least used brush of the four of them, or five of them, but it's the one I'm going for today because I think it'll be really nice with this blue. Ooh, lots of fallout. See? This is what I'm used to. This kind of fallout blends away to nothing. The Nomad palette doesn't do that. So that is not going to be the thing that works. I don't know. I'm just going to stick with applying this all over and we'll see what happens. I did prime my eyes with my Davina Prelusion after I put a bit of the NARS soft matte below my brow. I took the Prelusion from my lash line to my brow because I bring my eyeshadows up pretty far, you know. I want the Davina primer everywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to use my Refer 01 Mini. It's like a flat shader brush. There's obviously the regular one is bigger, then there's a max. So I'm going to get into the shade called Bells. It's darker, but I'm thinking maybe, yeah, on this brush I can fluff it a bit. And it has some blue reflect, at least in a swatch. So let's just see how this goes. I do not know. I mean, it's fairly simple. Let me whack on the other eye real quick up to this point and then I'll see where to go. Okay, both eyes are pretty much matching as much as they ever do. I'm wondering if I add maybe one of the darker shades to the outer, if that'll just like bring the whole thing together. So do I use the blue, the brown? let's try a little bit of the blue. I'm going to use the same 01 mini. Did I say brown? I meant blue. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to use the blue shade called Holly. I just cleaned off this brush on my handy dandy little towel. Okay, I think that's the better option. I'm going to take a little bit through the top of where that shimmer is. I can always go back in with that really light blue that did almost nothing. It's interesting to me. And the Bells shade, the shimmery brown, definitely was hard pan in the palette. I just kind of went in aggressively with my Refer 01, and this is what I got. Now, if I wanted it to apply the way it looks in the pan, that might be a problem, but this is pretty cute. Feels rather anticlimactic. But I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's been a bit of a day. I'm filming this later than I meant to, and I got up this morning, it was 69 degrees in my house. Everything's on, but not working right. It was 2 degrees outside, so there's gonna be some trouble, but I've just been waiting for it to warm up enough for me to be able to function, hence the sweater. And okay, let me go finish my eyes, whack on my face, and then I'll come back and see where we are, and I can always add a little something if I need to, very, very carefully. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back and everything is done, obviously. Let me scoot you in for an up-close reconnoiter at the eyes. After I turned the camera off, I just quickly swatched the shade Presence, which is this like shimmery bluey green shade, and you know, not amazing. So I just patted what was on my finger onto the outer edges of my eye where the Bells shade, which is the kind of shimmery one I used, met up with the matte blue. And I don't know, I don't think it did a whole lot, but since I blotted it on one, I did the other one as well. And then I used the shade Christmas Ham as my inner corner highlight. It's pretty. And then the two matte blues, Cider and Holly, on my lower lash line. That Cider shade is just, you know, I think if it were in a palette with more blue shades, I think it would be nice for mixing, but on its own, it doesn't really do anything. But I think the look is okay. I don't mind it. I don't know, part of me really thinks maybe I should declutter this, but then the orange and the orangey shimmer shades just look so good. So I don't know. I haven't made any decisions about it in the last couple whiles. I've been trying to use things that I wasn't sure how I felt about them, just to see, you know, if I would be able to make any decisions about decluttering them when I do those videos, which are coming up super soon. I haven't filmed them yet, but I have started thinking about filming them. So those videos are a lot of work, a lot of fun, but a lot of work. So anyway, that wraps up this episode of Blue Mondays. I'm wondering if I should continue doing Blue Mondays for 2025, or if I should do another color. I don't know. I'm not tired of doing blue eyeshadow looks. I'm not anything, but I'm just wondering what you think. If you have any thoughts around it, let me know. I definitely am going to make some changes to what I'm doing for 2025. Nothing, you know, big and crazy, but a little tweak here and there. So anyway, that is that on that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.